This is Misery. This is the book of Misery by Stephen King. I'm not reviewing the book, I'm reviewing the film, so don't worry about it, but I think we all know how this one's going to go. If I got it there and there. So let's do it. Hello everyone and welcome to Rejected, where we either reject or rejoice in all things everything, and we are kicking off the 7 Deadly Rejects part 2 with Misery, my favourite Stephen King book. Would I say my favourite Stephen King film? Well, there's a lot to pick from. I'll have to get back to you on that, maybe for a later video. But on with this. Misery is my favourite Stephen King book. The Shining, out of the way. It, clowns are only spooky when you're a kid. Pet Sematary, I hate kids. Christine, she's actually my second favourite. I love Christine. If only I could find a girl to love me as much as Christine loves. But sorry Christine, we're talking about one very special lady today. Annie Wilkes. Who wouldn't want a fan like Annie Wilkes? She's devoted, passionate, and the best alternative to a handyman. You gotta give her some credit there. When Stephen King came up with Misery, the idea had been with him for a while. He just thought about it like as a dream. Imagine having a psychotic fan. I mean, we've all had those parts where we love that much of a franchise that if anything went wrong, Ghostbusters. But then again, Stephen King does like writing about writers. Ben Mears, Jack Torrance, Bill Denborough, Paul Sheldon. Hell, Stephen King himself created a fake identity so that he could pen his work to keep it a secret. But let's focus on Paul Sheldon. A writer who has just finished a new book in his most popular series, Misery. A character that has become the thorn in his side. So his new idea, killed a bitch. I'm sure even his most beloved, passionate fans will be fine with him killing off his main character and ending the series. How many times do you think I could show you that by the end of the video? Stop it! So what have we got in store? Kathy Bates stars as Annie Wilkes. He got herself a cheeky little Academy Award for the portrayal. I mean, hell, this character and portrayal is that iconic. It was voted the 17th most iconic villain. And considering the top 3 are Norman Bates, Hannibal Lecter and Darth Vader, I think it might be outdated though. 4th place is the Wicked Witch of the West. How is she not closer in the top 3? I mean, her name has Wicked in it, for fuck's sake. Poor lass. Paul Sheldon has finished his new book, in which he kills off his main character, Misery Chastain. He sets off from his cabin and journeys into a bad snowstorm. I wonder what's going to happen now. Luckily, a stranger was casually walking in the storm. Huge snowstorm. He's just crashed his car. He could have ran them over, but no, just casually going for a nice stroll in the snowstorm. Sounds normal. She takes him back to her home on her farm and starts to heal him. Her name is Annie Wilkes, and she is his #1 fan. As she starts to look after him, he thinks to pay her back. He lets her read his draft of the new Misery book, during which he starts to see a different side appear to everyone's favourite house nurse.
See what you made me do?
Let's not forget, she has a pig. As she finishes the book, something tells me she's a little smidgen, bit obsessed with the Misery character.
I don't want her, bitch! I want her!
Annie Wilkes gets Paul Sheldon to burn his last draft, but with a backup plan. Yeah, she's smart. She is going to make Paul write a brand new Misery book in her honour. Slavery. But I mean, what's going on outside the farm? I mean, this huge popular writer that wrote all these fantastic books that people adore, he's just gone missing. So what the hell are they doing? They do attempt to find him, but to little success. Until they find his car.
I presume him dead.
Guess a little more success. At least they found the car. I mean, it's probably not going to be any use anymore. I don't fucking know anymore. I don't care.
So Paul starts to get suspicious of Annie.
Really? And it's not like she's gone a bit nuts sometimes. She's got a pig. And she made you burn your book. And she's even said she hasn't called anyone and let people know that you're here. And she's going to keep you prisoner. This is... Now it's time to get suspicious.
So while she's out, he gets to work knowing more about his #1 fan. And while out, knocks her penguin over.
Little miniature statue, little miniature penguin. So what's he do? They're all the other animals are facing one way. What's he? He puts it the wrong way around, doesn't he? The dickhead. I'm sorry, but this part I actually didn't like because it's so obvious. Even if you saw all the little miniature animals, they're all facing one way. So you decide to put the penguin back the opposite way. Just like, oh, at least I didn't break you. Whew, put that back there. You gotta pay attention to this shit. Bitch is drugging you. Told you that she's gonna keep you prisoner. She might be a little doodaloo. Watch out for the penguin, alright? That's what I'm saying.
He even finds her memory lane, a book full of her own past.
It's full of the lovely stuff you'd expect to, family memories and dead babies, all you could ask for. But Paul gets more curious about the medicine she's been giving him. So, he decides to overdose her. Okay, he still can't walk, he's still in the chair, he's still fucked, basically. And he's going to overdose her. He's just going to straight up kill her. And then be fucked because it's still snowing outside. And he's in a wheelchair and he can't walk anyway. He's fucked. He's just, what's he going to eat her? Well, okay, put his plan to action. Hope it goes well.
Think about it. Oh.
Nah. Well, at least you'll be happy with the book when it's finished. Nah. Well, at least she hasn't found the penguin, and you know what's coming next. Annie isn't happy about Paul's adventures around the house, so decides to put an end to that. But wait. He has 2 legs.
So, finish the book, Paul, and you better get used to your surroundings, cause
You ain't going anywhere. But wait! Everyone's beloved character from the film, Buster, is strong on the case. I mean, he's a bit eccentric and one of a kind, but he's on the case. And through a bit of investigating, I mean, it is about fate because he basically reads the book and then sees the quote that Annie's repeated in a newspaper after her court trials about killing babies. But he arrives at the Wilkes farm and he's here to save the day. Nah. But at least Annie's being a bit more gentle with Paul. Nah. But at least Annie will let Paul go when the book is finished.
I put 2 bullets in my gun.
Paul finishes Misery's Return, and Annie Wilkes couldn't be happier. And Paul sticks it to Annie one last time and burns the draft.
well, if you're gonna go out in a blaze of glory.
Paul manages to kill his #1 fan. Well, I'm sure you would have got more book sales if you hadn't have killed the dude. I mean, come on, think about it.
And is later rescued.
I don't know how. The phone didn't work. He was just there with 2 smashed ankles. Whatever.
Months later, with a new book, but the ordeal has left his mark. And I don't mean by the cane.
I mean, this bitch is on his mind. 24/7. Or nearly. Once again, I don't think I've said it enough, or stressed it enough. This is my favourite Stephen King book, and I will explain why.
This is simple but bold. It's packed with drama in the smallest of environments. And because of this, you can do more character building, rather than an exposition just shoved in your face.
The story, it would have been my favourite if it wasn't for a good story. But I'm not rating the book, I'm rating the film. And because of my rules in the past, because it's a film and not an original script for the film, it's a 2.5. I do anchor myself with that rule, but I have to follow it. I have to abide by it because if I'm going to critique it, it needs to be original. And again, this is just a book. It's just a book. It's a book already, and then it was a film. Sorry. A lot of Stephen King's are 2.5s because it's been a film about the book stuff. Yeah. For Execution, though.
It's great. Full of character, and thanks to an award-winning portrayal by Kathy Bates, Misery gets a 4.
You see, when I came up with the idea to do 7 Deadly Rejects again, I wanted to go with all women villains. I don't know why. I just did. Probably because women are scary. But yeah, I knew when I was doing all women, Annie Wilkes had to be in it. She had to be. I mean, she's just mad. and brilliant. It's great. But I am now looking forward to the rest of the series. Even though I don't know who's going to be next, I'm still working on it. I haven't wrote all the scripts for them yet, but it is coming out. There will be another Eject tomorrow. I guarantee it. I just don't know who it'll be.